TNTM The Show presents
Talking Nerdy
December edition
with your hosts,
The Ambassador
and Pablo Gunner.
And we're here to talk nerdy to you about all the nerdy things that have happened for the month of December.
Which is going to consist of
The Superman trailer that dropped. What did you think of the Superman trailer that dropped?
So, I loved it. This seems like anything that different from anything they've ever done. It feels like it takes place in a world completely different than anything they've ever done as well. Even though this costume is a little cheesy, I hope it's kind of going to be a progression of the costume too. Because I'm sure like the actor himself will probably get more jacked as time goes on to like kind of look more jacked. And then maybe his costume might change designs, you know. I'm not saying where he's not going to get to Cavill mode, you know, and style. But still,
Yeah, I thought the suit looked a little goofy, but Crypto looked great. When you see him as Clark Kent, it's the goofy Gen Z, weird, awkward hair. But it kind of fits. But as you see more and more shots of him as Clark, you're like, wow, they really captured like Clark Kent really well. I'm curious to see how well they're going to do with this. And then Lois Lane, no complaints for me. I think they did a spot-on casting just from the appearance. And since it was a teaser, we can't really say much about it. It just looks promising.
I just got the feeling that maybe, like, obviously we're going to know I feel like Lois is going to know that Clark is Superman by the end. If she doesn't already know from the beginning. Because it looks like she already might know. Like, they might be far enough to where, like, they're already a thing. Or maybe they're not a thing, but she knows. And, like, there's Green Lantern. He looked perfect. Hawkgirl looked perfect. Mr. Terrific looked perfect. And I feel like this is a world that's lived in with these heroes, like, very much. There's monsters. It looks very much Action Comics to me. Not just Superman, but... And I would have liked if they would have called it Action Comics more, but... You know, I'm a comic book nerd. So, I just feel like those things alone speaks volumes to me that this is different from anything. And then Crypto, like, is the cherry on top to go, this is very different. This is silly, goofy, fun, and it's not trying to be, definitely not Schneider.
Yeah, it feels like, I always thought James Gunn doing Superman was a weird choice. Because he really doesn't, like, fit the mold. But it seems like from the trailer and everything he said so far, it seems like he does have a good idea of who Superman is. I can't say it's a must-see from this, but I'm still going to be there on day one to watch this.
For sure. That is it for us. Obviously, we have our merch here, new merch. I got my Talking Nerdy to Me Sonic tee right here, and then we have Knuckles, we have...
We got Shadow,
Tails, Shadow. I kind of wish I would have gotten Shadow because that one looks the coolest. But I was like, it's Sonic. It's Sonic.
But
you know,
Shadow's I think this voiced by Keanu Reeves in the movie.
I know.
And it was so perfect.
I haven't seen it. Otherwise, I probably would have gotten the Shadow.
If you've played Sonic Adventure 2,
they
pretty much pulled the whole story from Sonic Adventure 2.
Okay.
I recommend it, but I got a pretty awesome shirt here. I got a Nerve shirt. It's an anime base from Neon Genesis Evangelion. Either you know it from the original series or you know it from the rebuild. Doesn't really matter which one. They're both really great to watch and do recommend checking out either one of those.
Yeah, we have a lot of other anime merch on our site. Dragon Ball Z, stuff like that.
We got a cool looking One Piece Talk Nerdy to Me shirt.
Yeah, and then, of course, all the stuff that came out this month. Lord of the Rings, Sonic, Doctor Who.
You can check that out by going to TNTMTheShow.com and clicking on the store.
Yes.
And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and click that notification bell so you don't miss one of our videos.
Our charity for the month for January is going to be Red Cross, as it is Blood Donation Month.
Yeah, which seems to be like a pattern within a lot of what we reviewed, too.
Right.
With like Nosferatu, Dexter, and some of the other gory stuff you'd mentioned.
That's it for us. Talk Nerdy to Me.
Stay nerdy, planet Earth.